Christine, thanks for joining us today, and please visit the Port Cares website for more information about SoupFest. When NASA's Perseverance rover landed on Mars in mid-February, many of us in Niagara were watching with great interest. I would imagine none more so than our next guest, Dr. Mariek Schmidt, an Earth Sciences professor at Brock University. Dr. Schmidt, thank you for joining us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
This is your third such involvement in a Mars expedition. How did it come about that you, this professor from Brock University, is involved in these research projects?
I have a background in volcanology, so I study volcanic rocks, and these rovers go to places where there are volcanic rocks to be found. I first got involved with the Mars Exploration Rover mission back in 2005 when I was a postdoc. And that was before coming to Niagara. I came to Niagara to be a professor at Brock in 2009. And in 2012, I was selected to be on the Curiosity rover science team. And then now I'm with Perseverance.
What was learned on those first two expeditions from your viewpoint?
The goal for the first mission was to find evidence of water on Mars. And so Spirit and Opportunity definitely found evidence of that in terms of in the minerals that they found and the geology and things like that. And it wasn't unexpected. You know, we could see evidence of water in the landforms from orbit. You know, we could see stream channels and things like that suggest that liquid water was once present on the surface. And then Curiosity was tasked with finding evidence of a habitable environment. So that would be an environment where liquid water was once present in the ancient past, but also where the conditions would have been right for microbes to have possibly existed. And so that's what Curiosity found. They found a lake bed deposit, and we believe that the conditions were once possibly favorable to life. We landed in Jezero Crater, where we think it once contained a lake. And that delta is where a stream, a river channel, fed into the crater and then deposited layered sediments. We see evidence from orbit of minerals that suggest a more neutral to alkaline conditions as opposed to acidic, like what we see for modern Mars. And we think that those kinds of more neutral conditions possibly would be more favorable to life in the past.
Can you take us to your laboratory or your computer and let us know, how do you actually get involved in this research? What do you actually do physically?
Okay, so physically right now it's all through the computer. So it's just like everybody else right now. I'm working on my computer, and I log into a VPN, and there's a whole suite of tools that provide me with access to look at the images, to look at the chemical data and things like that, the mineralogical data. But a lot of those images are available to the general public to also look at. So people can go online and take a look at those as well.
How fascinated are you by the clarity of these images and what they're revealing to you as a scientist?
Right now, it's super exciting because we don't know exactly what we're looking at. You know, we see rocks scattered around the surface. We see sand deposits, we see gravel. Off in the distance, we see layered deposits that are the terminus of the delta. But right now, we don't know exactly what the chemistry is. And so right now, Perseverance is going through a bunch of what we call engineering checkouts to make sure that the rover arrives safely and everything is checking out perfectly so far. So soon we'll know what those rocks actually are. It's going to be really exciting.
Mariek, will you eventually apply some of your findings in the courses that you teach at Brock as well?
I always sort of pull from my research and I think it makes the students more excited about it. So for example, in my mineralogy class, I talk about the color of rocks on Mars when I talk about color and minerals. And also the other thing that happens at Brock is that I have graduate students as well as undergrads who get to work with the rover data and make interpretations.
Amazing. What a great experience. Thank you for joining us today, and good luck with the rest of your research.
Thank you.